All right, my name is Michael Cortez, Corva's dev advocate, and I'm just going to walk you through a really quick workflow of basically the three, larger steps of creating an app, putting in your business logic in there, and then zipping it all up and deploying it to Dev Center. So let's go through that. I got a couple videos that I'm going to walk through while I'm talking to kind of show you how it works there. All right, so basically what I'm showing you here is a look at how easy our app wizard is. So basically it's going to walk you through when you're ready to create an app. You get to choose whether you want to do a front end or back end app. And then you're going to decide here for a back end app. You got three choices here. You can do a task app, you can do a stream app, which is 1 second data real time, or you can do a scheduled app where basically you're going to get a timestamp in an interval that you set. So if you want to get data every 1 minute, 5 hours, you can set that time frame. Once you do that, then it's going to take you to this window here, and this is where you're going to create the name, you're going to create the category, and you're going to select where it's going to sit within the App Store. Then after that, it's going to give you an option to create a custom data set. So this is where you can create something to put in your own data. You can name it, and then you can put in whatever description you want, and then you save it, and all of a sudden you have a data set created in our MongoDB database. Now, you're just going to take this template in Dev Center, and you're going to go to your local environment. I'm using Visual Studio Code here, and you're just going to go paste this in. So you're going to do that first, create app. That's going to build out. And then next, you're going to decide what language you want to develop in. I'm choosing Python here. And then you're going to copy the next code snippet and paste that in your command line interface. And basically what that's going to do is create the template, and you can be ready to develop within Dev Center. After that, you hit Add New App, and then you have like an app template sitting in the App Store. So it's pretty simple, and that was really sped up, but just to show you how easy it is to get going as far as creating a template, getting something on your local machine. So as a developer, you can just jump right in and start developing. All right, I'm going to jump in between here. All right, the next part of the workflow is going to be developing, right? And so I'm not going to show you a full, long, boring video of developing, but I am going to show you, basically the workflow to do it. Hey, there we go. All right, so this is the deploy phase, right? So you have the template on your environment here, and basically you're going to start applying your logic. And I'm just doing some simple here. So with the stream app, you get some events in there. So events, you can get like a whole record basically from our 1 second data, and you're going to call it. So basically records equals event.records. And then you can also grab asset ID, you can grab timestamp from our collection, company ID, company name, and then collection name. And then you can drive down and get the key values you want. So that's really where the gold is, right? You want to get those values in that collection that you want to render on the front end to make a really cool graph. So this is basically the simple part. If you have some business logic, I got some algorithms you want to apply, you really just jump right into this template, drop it in there, especially if you've been developing in Python, maybe using a Jupyter Notebook or something like that. You can just come in and just apply your logic right into this Lambda handler, and then get going and pull in data from Corva's stream right away, and then just start coding away. Once you go through here and this process of adding your logic, best practice is to locally test. So I'm not going to show you the full testing phase of it, but you're going to want to local test. You want to make sure your business logic is correct, you're making the correct calculations, you're getting the correct data in. So I really don't type this fast, I promise you. But so this is where you apply that business logic, and you go through the iterations of testing, debugging, making sure it's what you want. And then the next step is you're going to deploy it, and that's what we're going to do next. A couple things that I'm showing here too is it's really good to use our Dataset Explorer, so you can go and look at your own data to really look at, okay, like what are the values I want to pull from this collection, and what's their string values, and how I want to call those out and pull those in order to apply my logic. So we have a lot of tools in the Dev Center like this that you can go and look at different wells that you have with that data and all of our different collections with that data. So this is just WITs, but we have summary collections for 1 minute, 30 minutes, 6 hours. So you can look at all those types of data and say, like that's what I want to use, or maybe I don't need 1 second data. Maybe I can use a summary collection there. So, all right. So after you applied your business logic, tested it, just go ahead and zip it up and deploy it. And so that's what this is going to show you here. So zipping up is pretty easy. You just got to zip up your requirements. That's where you're going to have like your libraries that you use, your manifest file, and then your Lambda function if you're going to code in your Lambda function. Or if you have a source file with some more directories and files, you'll zip that up also. So you'll see here, I'm just going to zip it up. And once I'm done with that, I'm going to go back to Dev Center, and I'm going to deploy it. And so that's how you deploy your new code. So you see me here, I'm clicking through. I'm going to go find the app. I'm going to jump into the app. There's a view called versions, and so that's where you'll upload it, version it out, and then you're going to label it, whether it's a stable release or if you want to label it beta, you can do that. And that's just really for app management, and it's your choice there. In addition to that, we have a really cool visibility function here. So you can keep it private where no one sees it, or you can change that to a developer view, and a developer will be able to, only you and your team can see it while it's developing, but none of your customers can see it, or any user within your company can see it. And then when you're ready to deploy it out to all your users, you'll choose company-wide. And then that's where all users will have access to it within the App Store. So pretty cool feature. And then once that's done, the last part is you just want to go find a well to put it on. So ideally you want to get a well that is active and it has a stream coming in. So something what has our WIT stream coming in where you have real-time data. So you tested it. No bugs in there. Let's go throw it on a well and let's get some real data. So all I'm showing here is just the process of going into a well, picking an active stream, and then adding the app to the active stream. Once you've added to the active stream, then you're going to go check the logs and you're going to make sure like there's still no further problems on that. And then you can also go and check your collection you created, and you'll start to see data populating in the Data Set Explorer. So in summary, that's pretty much it as far as the overall like 3 steps to Dev Center. So create the template, put it on your environment, start developing, test it, and then zip it up and deploy it.